Hello guys, welcome back to your on coding for all next lecture. And as I told you even before that we have now started our presence on different social media platforms like on Facebook, LinkedIn, Quora, Instagram, and obviously you are viewing on YouTube. So I would encourage you all to join all the pages on all platforms. But if you are interested in any one of the platforms that I've mentioned, then feel free to join that because I want this not to be one-sided lecture sort of relation, but I want to have a community. I want we all to become a part of a family so that we may interact with each other. If we are facing any issue, we may ask and we may learn and grow. And if you want something particular to be made, to be mentioned in the lecture, you can just mail me, write in the comment section on YouTube, or you can just say it on any of the platform so that we become part of a family. And other than this, I would really like to thank you for showing your support and love as I have crossed even 200 views in very short period of time, and the subscribers are increasing and I wasn't you can say really expecting it my channel to grow with such a pace. So that's really nice from your side, and I would encourage you all to show your support and love like this even in the future. uh, there might be someone who would say that the tasks are mundane or the tasks are not up to the mark, but believe me that these simple tasks, these simple achievements will encourage you and will motivate you in the future so that you can even solve the task that will be more complicated, that will be more challenging, and this confidence will surely help you to accomplish those. So just try to keep up with me. I hope that I have improved my teaching method. Even if I have not, just forgive me and you can just suggest me how can I improve myself. Surely I'm open to all suggestions. Enough of the talk now. Now let's dive into the lecture so that we can learn and grow and then earn. Thank you. Okay, so now you might be saying that obviously this doesn't look somewhat similar to what we are looking here on our side. So this is that now we are going to change the font family of what we have written. So what do we have here? We have H1, we have P. Okay, very nice. So in order to go for languages, or you can say font style or font family that we want, I would suggest to go for Google font. So go for Google font, and what I would be suggesting is that just remove all the, you can say, filters, remove all the filters that you can. So here we are. So now you are not going to place any sort of filter, rather just go for Meriwether, click, then just come down. This is what we want. As I have already edited, so you can just, it will be written like select the style, you just click it and you will have it. You can obviously get knowledge by reading about it, that what is better for you, but as I have already selected and I am familiar to it, so I'll be using that. Another is Sacramento. I have used it for writing the name. You will just select it from here, and the other is, you can, this one. So we will just select it here, scroll down, regular size 400, just add it. So what is going to happen and what the positive effect will this have, because there might be some languages that are not supportive for, you can say, Apple, or some might not be supportive for Windows. In order to resolve, and if you want your site to be similar to each one of the people that are viewing, so it's better to use these fonts. It will appear here. You are going to copy this link, sorry, just copy this link, come here to the head portion, paste it right there, Control S, come here for H1, font family is going to be down here. So what are we looking for? This is Montserrat. Sacramento is the language that we are going to use for our H1. Just copy, paste it there. Control S, and then for here you can use Meriwether, and Montserrat you can use for P. And if we are going to use H2 and H3 in the future, for them I will be using Meriwether. So let us see now. There we are. So congratulations that we did one more thing that we were thinking of in order to make the site somewhat similar to what we can observe here. So as we have now edited our, you can say, the look, the appearance of our site, and it's better than ever before that we did in the past. But obviously these pieces won't be enough for a website to become a professional website. And for this reason, I will be sending a file with it. The file will be in form of stuff code. You will extract the file, and then with the right click, you will open with Atom. And so this will lead you here. This all is written for you by me. What you will do, you'll just copy paste all this, copy, and will paste it here, the place where your second and third container was formed. Just copy paste there, and you will get all of this as it is. The other thing you will be doing, you are going to remove all that was written in middle container and bottom container, and you are going to paste it where the middle and bottom container was mentioned previously. Then the editing that you are going to do is that you will be in middle container, the first link for the image will be for your profile picture. You will be adding your own profile image there. Then over here under skills, you are going to present your skill. There will be only a couple of skills here. So you are going to add picture related to your skill. Over here to skill 2, I have made this class for my own self. You can name same as I have done here. At the end, there will be written in a form. You must write your own email address that you want others to contact with you. At the end, you will paste your own social media profile links, and here you will write your own name so that it may become your copyright. So this is going to be a really simple task. So give it a try and let's see what is going to happen next. Let me show you that after you are done, it will appear to be like this. So what is this? This is lipsum.com, and you can obviously generate your own, but I did it just so that our website may have some words. Obviously it is not something that we want others to show, but you will be adding if you want. This is for your practice. At least we then know that how the text might be looking at our site. And in case that you don't have images to add, you can just use flat icon. You can download or use the image address, like I may show you. For example, you can simply do something like this, that you can simply copy the image address and can paste over where the source of the image is written. I mean here, where is the image? Yes, here. You can paste here so that the image may appear. So do it right now, and then we are going to proceed even further. Okay, so now we want our H1 to look bigger than all other text so that it may be our main heading where we are introduced to others. For this reason, what we are going to do, we are going to change the font size. So how can we change the font size? What if font size is equals to, for example, 90 pixels? Very nice, we have changed, but it won't be responsive. So in order to make it responsive, what we can do, we can make it in a form of percentage. And there is some mathematical calculations that you need to look for. 16 pixels is equals to 100%. So if I write here font size 100%, this is equivalent to 16 pixels. So let us see now. See, it has changed to a very small size, although you have written 100%, but this is equals to only 16%. So what can you do in order to change this into 90 pixels? You need to have some mathematical formula here that you can take out from here. If 16 pixels is equal to 100%, then how much will that be equal? That will be equal to 562.5%. Let us see now what is going to happen. Very nice. So this is something good. But you see that there are some sites that use EM. EM is also a way of representing the font size. And we have written here that 100% is equals to 1 em. So we can write it in a form of 5.62 em. Let us see the change now. It remains the same. Very nice. So what if, is it responsive? Yes, it is responsive, but there will be some issue if I change the size in the body. For example, I made it font size 2em. So what is going to happen now? You see, this is not something that we want, as it has become so much gigantic. So for this reason, what we can do, we can write it in a form of rem. Let us refresh now. This is what we want. So we want our text, our h1, to be responsive on all pages. It won't be static, it will become dynamic. And other thing, that it won't be affected by any other changes in the font size. So I would recommend you to use rem for font size no matter what, because it will help your font to be responsive than static, and it will let your font size to remain same on all sides. So refresh, it is same. Now your task is to change this P into H2 with size of 40 pixels. But as we decided that we are going to represent pixels into REM, so show me the answer. The challenge is to change this P into H2 with the size of 40 pixels converted into REM. So I hope that you have tried. Now what I have done here, it is simple. As we want 40 pixels in REM, and 1 REM is equal to 16 pixels, so 40 divided by 16, the answer will be 2.5. So 2.5 REM, and we are going to shift this into H2 form rather than P. So this is, but I believe that this is looking somewhat big, so why don't we change it into 2 REM? So that's better. Very nice. So now there's a challenge for you. I want you to change all H1 and H2 to a new color that is appearing on your screen right now. You will be using this to change the color of H1 and H2. Remember, now the P for full stack web developer has been changed into H2. So how is it going to look after that? I hope that you have changed the color. We can do it here now. Oh, my mistake. Is our H1. All H1 and H2 will be changed. So this is how it is going to appear with the change of H1 and H2. Another thing that I believe that it is not much appealing to the eye, so why don't I change its margin? So I believe this is now somewhat better, as I have changed some margin property, but obviously it depends at how you feel that it is. It might be that you want it to be even closer than before. So it's your own choice. Whatever you feel like, experiment and do whatever you think is better. Now your another challenge is to change the font weight of all H2 into normal. So change the font weight of all the H2s in your site to normal, and then just pause the video and then see what is going to happen there. I hope that you have tried. It is simple, just write font weight to normal in H2, then Ctrl S, refresh, and the change is visible to us. So another challenge is that I feel that there is huge gap between our H1 and H2. If you are comfortable with it, that's all right, but I feel that there is too much gap. So it's a challenge for you to get the gap between them decreased by any amount. I mean, I want it to appear somewhat here so that it is close enough. Give it a try. Come on. Okay, so I hope that you have tried, and the solution is here. Line height, as I want to decrease, the default value is 1, so let us see what is going to happen. I feel that it is better than the previous one. So the choice is your own, it doesn't matter. Now we are getting somewhere closer to what we decided. Your next challenge is to change these, or what you can say here, these skill row, although I should have written skills row, but okay, the skill row, I want this to be you to change this into 50%. So change its width into 50%. Pause the video and try it on your own. So now what I will do, I can write scale row. Width I want it to be 50%. Okay, so we already did it once. Now you pause the video and try to make all this appear in the center. Pause the video and try. I hope that you have tried. Now we are going to do this all together, and that was with the help of margin. Margin at the top is 0, at the left is auto, bottom is 0, and left is auto again. So it's actually clockwise direction. Very nice. We are done with the first one. Next task is to get the margin between these two of 100 at top and at bottom, but it must be centrally aligned too. So how can we do that? Give it a try. So we can do it like this, like this. Let us see now. Very nice. Got some distance and gap. That is what we were looking for. Now if we want to increase the gap between these lines, so how can we do that? Pause the video and give it a try. So its method is only by increasing the line length. So how can we do that? Let us observe now. Line height 2. Very nice. Now what can we do to make it somewhat similar to what we are looking here? So we can decrease the size of the image. How can we do that? Let us see the image. So here's image of scale 1 and scale 2. Let us change the size. What if we make it 50%? So how can we reduce the size? I think, must change it into 25% and 25% Control S. Okay. I think the size is already small, so we don't need to affect the size. Otherwise, it will become too small. Yes, it's correct. Now, what can we do to align this all text on the left side? We did it before for the alignment at the center. Try it for the left one. So let us see now. What can we do? So if I write for scale row, okay, let us observe what can we do. Text aligned left, and let us see what is going to happen. Okay, this is something that we don't want. I want this whole text to be at the side of the image. It must be wrapped around. So this is the moment when we are going to be introduced by a new concept, and that is CSS Float. So how can we do that? So where is scale row? The name is scale 2 and scale 1. So let's get onto it. Very nice. How can we do this here? So float right just for the difference. Okay, so in order to increase the gap between this, how can we do that? Give it a try. I hope that you have tried. The simple thing is that we must add margin, and we must do it with our image so that there won't be any difficulty. So what's the class of the image? Scale 1 and scale 2, and scale 1 needs margin at right. Margin right 30 px. Let us see. Very good. So the opposite is required here. Margin left 30 px. Very nice. Now what if I want heading to here to remain there as well as the image, but I want text to go down? How can I do that? It's simple. We can use clear property. And how can we do that? We need to clear its side. So where is This is B section where the description is written. So you can make class. This is first one. So scale 1 describe. This is going to be the next one. Class scale to describe. Now I'm going to copy this. So there is going to be scale 1 describe and scale 2 describe. What are we looking for? Clear on left. So refresh. Very nice. Clear right. Where is right? Yes, there it is. So very nice. So this means that clear left, so the left side of this portion will be cleared and the right side of this portion will be cleared. So it is going to appear like it. So this is somewhat we are looking over here. Very nice. I wrote this only to let you know what the clear property is, but I don't like the way it is appearing like this. So I will remove the new explanations that we wrote, remove this class too. Thank you very much. The same goes for here. Yes, I like this in this way, but you might like in the change version, so feel free to do that. There is no issue about it. Now we are shifting towards a mega challenge, and this is going to be the biggest challenge for you up till now. And the challenge is that you will have to make the site, your own site, similar to this. I believe that you can make better, but this is, you can say, a benchmark with which you need to match your own site so that it may look somewhat similar or even better. So give it a try and try to make this as similar as possible or even better. I won't mind that. So pause the video, try on your own, and then obviously I'm going to show you the solution and we are going to make the site, like, we will try our best to make it similar to this. But for your own learning and for your own growth, I would recommend to pause the video and start doing your challenge on your own. So here is the end of our lecture 10, and you have got a mega challenge ahead of you, and I hope that you have enjoyed this lecture too. You should now try to come up with the solution, and you have time until the next week. Try following all the lectures in the sequence as it has been uploaded for you, and I must just say thanks to all of you for supporting me and my channel, but I will only accomplish my goal if you are learning something out of it. And I would only encourage you to like and share and subscribe to my channel in case you are getting some value out of it. I don't know if you realize this or not, but you will be learning all the skills that a full stack web developer must contain or possess. So best of luck with your journey. We'll see each other next week. Until then, bye and good luck.